Okay, good late morning, everyone. Michael Venezia, head trader at Tradeview Markets. It's a Wednesday afternoon. We had Microsoft and Google. I wouldn't say heart of the earnings season as I look at the Tradeview Markets site. My parameters are, first of all, I want to make something I put on TGH. The IWM is down 20% since July. I didn't even know that. I like that 20% in July. I mean, it doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like that. Maybe to me, I could be trading better. I could be trading worse. Naturally, I'm holding on to, no, not naturally. I'm holding on to positions that I like long term that are bleeding a little bit. That I, that are, the mosquito bites they turned into, cut. What I mean. They're aggravating me. And the key to me navigating a longer term plan as I get into specific trades here. So I won't pontificate. We did that. Those are for Monday and Tuesday shows. Is that there really is always something to do, and you just got to really know your style. I went off a little bit on a tangent. On the macro level, I was going to say something. It's irrelevant. Everybody's blanking in their movement. So know your plan, know your style, know what you're getting into. These tough trading times never last. Tough traders do. And that comes with experience, and that comes with readjusting. I came back to what I was going to say. It's my mantra. Every single stock that I have in my long-term portfolio now, and not putting an ego aside, I would buy again and build a position. Maybe not to the size, obviously, but that would be in hindsight. But I do. That's what I do. I'm able to say that. That's what I hope everybody else is. You know what I mean? So let's go into TradeGATEHub. All right, I'll sign in just the same as everybody else. Listen, today was about this, an earnings day. Microsoft and Google had earnings. The bottom line is, I'll even show I don't want to show my screen right now, so I'll get distracted. It was Microsoft opening up Microsoft hit, I believe it was like, what was it, 350 last night? 350, and Google was down very nicely. One was up 5%, one was down 4%. So it was a matter if Microsoft was going to hold up the market and Google would kind of drift up with it, or Microsoft would fade and Google would take the rest of the market down. To look like the latter so far. So I appreciate everybody posting this morning. Very aggressive too, as usual. Gerard, welcome back. Even Paul said, "Where you been?" But Gerard's hopefully much like his trading. He's very specific. Less is better. Very specific. Ask the right questions too. So I digress. They tell me to get out of these batteries, but I'm in there too. All right. Oh, the sentiment. We came into sentiment trading today. The market had a couple of nice bounces, but I thought that we were, or at least the rotation held well without the floor falling underneath the market. But you know what? We're having a bad poor day today. We're probably back down in the buy zone, depending on what you want to do. Oil's still under pressure. I'll get to my charts in a second. Hold on a second. Let me see something. And this, I'm right now. I go to my red. This is the same process I do. I want to go to the red YouTube channel, and I got to look. Coach did not do a live stream today. It probably, okay, that's okay. But usually I want to know what the macro view of what Coach was doing. Okay, sentiment, or maybe it's not posted yet. Sentiment composite, we're right there. Usually that's some sort of bounce or buy signal, depending on what you're buying. I wouldn't be married. You could look at the other way. Maybe you want that rally to short something, but you have to be determined. Early morning update via the Goldman sales desk. I always give it hard data upon what the big desks do, the big banks or market movers. I usually don't like to give an opinion, usually unless I go to my universe of stocks, unless asked. That's what Goldman thinks of the early morning desk credit default swaps. The market had, I said if they pulled back a little bit, the market would have a decent couple of days, and there was some rotation, but we'll see see what happens. I don't want to say hour to hour because I have long-term plans. I'm not going to just buy something. This is not a market where you can scalp. I haven't been a scalper or a day trader for a long time, but when things are extended, there's opportunity, but you just can't get stuck, and hopefully you're on the right side. There's a chart on the Qs, always a list of stocks above the moving averages. Kramer opinion, lean, So I give you Roy's opinion, very good, and David Keller is one of the best CMTs out there. I give you Kramer, Helene, obviously Boeing, economic calendar, chart on the GLD, movers for the morning, gapper. So all these things are fundamentals. It's almost like a basketball pro going out and warming up for a game. They stretch, they do normal stretches. They make layups. They make a couple of, 5-10-foot shots, which they could do with their eyes closed, but they get into a routine. This is our routine until we get into things that are later going on. All right. So I want to finish all my, let's look what the wise guys are doing. Or, you know what? We'll go here. I'll start here. What's moving up? Run, Nova, VRT. That was halted down. VRT 41 to 30, huge range. Let's look at the most active list. And I do this because if no one caught me yet, they can go back and watch the video and pause it. And if you pause it, you see what's most active. Snap was high, was I think 12.5 last night, had a range. The Qs, that's all the trading in the net. They're not even trading the Qs that much. They're trading the inverses. TQQ, SQQ. That's because mainly Microsoft and Google reported. That's going to take a chunk of the material. Snap, Tesla acting well. Google down 8%. The low is 214. Oh, I'm sorry. The low on Google's 125. It barely even bounced. Soxel, Google, Spies, TMF, Coach. I'm in it, 408. TMF. Too much fun. TMF. Here it is. Cabba making a nice move. Coach, if you run, what am I going to do with this TMF? I have 8,000 shares. 408. TMF. Too much fun. I'm okay with it, believe me. That's the daily, the volume I like. Dried up. TMF. Down, down. 3 drive. I understand why Coach is doing it. It's also a good hedge. TMF. So I got it. Coach gave me a great call. I got it last night, 408. Closed it actually the high of the day, 425. Now I'm basically even in it. Now it's got the gap. News prone. You know what I mean? They're playing earnings now instead of maybe more geopolitical. Obviously, everybody knows what the 10-year is doing. Let me go back to what's been active. But TMF, too much fun in TradeGATEHub. Okay, new share. As it's getting cold in the Adirondack Mountains this time of year, Saratoga Springs, New York, Amazon, the low is what? 123, little bounce. Leon, hot stock yesterday. Mara, Apple, Riot, all the stocks that were active, Sands, Jamaica. How about this? Another one that I talked about yesterday. This TRU. Look at this, true. This worked. I don't know how I didn't have this. Just a pure winner, true. How about the what we talked PACW? I said I didn't have too much time to build into it. And that was like 664 yesterday. PACW. I could have had it at 7 if I wasn't. Now, you know what? I could have built 200,000 into it, made a half. PACW. The other one was that was PACW. VLY. A couple of things that are moving now. Boyd Gaming had news, opened down $10. I said, Alexis, how did I not know about this? Boyd Gaming closed at 61. The print was 52. Bad news. But you know what? LVS shrugged it off. It went positive on the day. So there's a bifurcated, pardon me if I was bifurcated gaming sector. Okay, let's look at my screen. I'll do it. Now, you know what? I'm going to look at the wise guys. Pfizer earnings. Let's look at the guys here. Do share. I'm not going to get too much because I don't want to get too distracted. You have to be in the information, be in TradeGATEHub all day long. That's where I'm best. No question. Okay. Chart on ED. Oh, Tal. Where's Astro Gumbo? Astro Gumbo was all animated last night on the feed. I don't want to incite anything. Tal, I'm in that and up nicely in it. What's wrong with that? EDU. Same thing. EDU, more highs. As the rest of the China stocks are going down, I'm making money in Tal and GDU, although Goldman Sachs did come out and put a buy rating, low their target, but did say JD is still maintain a buy. I'm not convinced. I'll keep my eye on it, though China's stocks are not really in play. Run bearish. ENPH coming down with the solars as well. Resumption trade, as my former mentor used to say. Stock that we should all have our eyes on. ENPH, bad earnings, Once it broke that previous low, margin, my margin calls hit. Why is this so small here? You know what? These moves don't look that big, but they are. A stock's moving from 94 to 90. It's a big move. Maybe I had this thing on small here, relative strength, volume, look more profound. EMPH, more lows. Didn't get stubborn in it. Bought it for a little trade one time. Same as I did the SEDG. And you know what? SPWR, the older solar, breaking more year lows. It's over. You know what I mean? Solar sector. Run, I didn't get stubborn. I knew Run was poor. $8.92. It's an S&P stock too. I see it used to be. So I'll move on. Wise guys are most important. SPY bullish Tesla, biotech catalyst calendar. If anybody that's down on their money and needs a binary move, all you have to do is buy some bios and meeting. I'm being facetious. Biogen, new data, FTAI, Amazon, all blocks so far this morning. I'm sure on the sell side. Meta top earnings this morning. IWM bearish. Biogen, Flex. So they're playing Biogen, Meta, Amazon, and the Qs. Yes, Boeing had a reversal, read the green on the day it had earnings. Missed it. Stock went, hold on. Stock went from 187, you turned around, it's 178, now hanging in there somewhat. Nobody's taking any calls of anything. You know what? They're just trading. Stocks like GLW got hammered yesterday. I put in a bid to, I think I put in 24.72. GLW, the lowest, actually it was a lot lower. Yeah, 25.33 GLW yesterday. Now it's trading 26.90. It's got a range. You know, it's got volume. I'm not saying it goes back to 32, but I'm not really indices driven at this point. I'm trying to trade stock. EVOC, another one that had range this morning. Everybody knows it, but it had range too. You know, I'm not saying I would have bid it at 16.50, but it's still a dollar move off the low. And the VIX is popping a little bit. You got to be aware that these have these type of ranges. What else? Home Depot. My God, I don't even look at this one in the long term. There you go. Home Depot making a new low. You know what? Maybe it could be a doji there. What else? Texan, the Boomer Semi, smashed. What else? Did I put VRT, the Big Daddy? Everybody loves it. There's VRT. I had orders to short over the whole number, 45.72. I wouldn't have gotten it. VRT closed at 38.90, opened at 42, is trading as high as 44 post market. Trust me. They halted it on the print. 40, basically 42. By the time you get Tony Pistachio a treat, 37.5, $5 move. How you doing now? Never made the new low. Oh, something's going on now. I gotta look. You bastards. What's going on? Here's my screen. Here it is. There it is. I'll look. What's moving? What's moving? The seal has been broken. Boeing back to positive. Vert, I brought it up. LAC, Mike V is in that. LAC, they tried to shake me out of it. Yesterday at 620, at 740, some insider buying, had the volume, had the range. ALB ripping back. They didn't have this one. They're ripping the batteries back. G-Money. ALB, 133 to 137. What else am I in? ENVX, is it going? CF, Snap. Listen. Who cares what I have? What is this right here? Let's look at what's freaking moving on the screen. Here we go. Google. Didn't put in the law. Microsoft trying. Move's been made. Unless you believe one way or the other. MU back positive. Nevada, Riot positive. Well, you know what? Right with PDD. PDD, my God, look at PDD. They can't keep it down. Thank God I'm not short this. You know what? 5, 10 years. No, I'm not 10 years. Look at this PDD. Somebody's accumulating this PDD. My God, look at this stock. Another one. Which one? JD, the bouncer? It bounced. I like it. You know what I mean? Trade Schnitz. Walmart. You want to know something? Now this Dollar General finally put in a bottom. Dollar Tree finally put in a bottom. Now it was Target finally putting a bottom, higher, low, whatever you call that thing. You know what I mean? Higher, a lower, higher, low. Walmart, real trader. How can you not buy Walmart? How does not a real trader buy a Walmart? I don't care what it is. Just technically it is Walmart. Ugh. But want to short it, that's for sure. Do I have any questions? I'm going fast and furious. Let's move right here. Let's move what's moving. Let's go to a long-term chart in Walmart to what's moving the past freaking 15 minutes. Boom, percentage gainers, 15 minutes. Vert brought it up. UCO, crude on a bouncer. Let's percent gainers, 60 minutes. Monroe, Leon, Watson Pharma School. ASPN brought it up yesterday. None of my stocks. Percent losers, 15 minutes as the market's bouncing. VFS, Snap, Weight Watchers. VFS was up this morning too. That was 493. VFS, I covered at 62. Had a nice trade. Left 59 on the table on VFS when it went against me. The high on VFS was the Vietnamese car maker, whatever you want. I covered at 62 right here. Yeah, I covered right here. 57. Left 53 on the table. All right, good trade. It was worth it. I actually thought about buying it this morning, but next. All right, so that's moving. We'll go to Wise, guys. We'll leave off there if I have no questions. Guys, you have any questions? G Money. TradeGATEHub. There's 4 TradeGATEHubs open. No wonder it's slow today. Let's look at, well, you know what? Let's look what my boys are telling me today. What are the boys doing? My Twitter feed. I don't follow many, but much like TradeGATEHub, it's quality over quantity. CME big reversal candle. Good trader, that Joe Kunkel. CME big reversal candle. Keep an eye. You know what they do? Of course, they trade. They take the trades. A lot of trading going on. CME, keep a note. 4 Texan, we spoke about it. Google needs to hold 125.90. Noted, because CFROM, very good trader as well. They all are. Regan getting smoked today. Fro, I want it. Fro, I want it. See this? Really good trader too. Javier. Fro. Circle. Why is Fro circle? It's just like Sting. STNG. I like Fro. It's not even extended. But every time I buy it on the breakout, it pulls back. You need to pull back a little bit. Fro, I like. Front line. How about that STNG that took a tremendous amount of calls yesterday? The shipper. There's Sting Weekly. There's Sting Daily. I like Sting. Let's look at the old one. What was that one? G&K was the best shipper for a while. They don't do anything anymore. Ops shipping. Not interested. Fro, I kind of like. More technically, somewhat rotationally with what we're doing right now. TradeGATEHub, EDU, you're right. I'll even give that a like because we're in that. I'll give that a like. We're in that. FTX founder. Let's look at the earnings list I just saw. Earnings after the close. All right. So we had Google, we had Microsoft. Like, how could I? It would be irresponsible for me to give any opinion about anything longer than 3 to 4 days. Maybe if you want to go, Coach has great long-term views. He goes out. I mean, he's not going to short gold until for 2 years. I mean, that's as long as you go. But I'm just thinking about Meta. I'm thinking about I've been mugged. Now, Orly, Clack, QS. Oh my God. Teradyne, Whirlpool, AEM. Interesting as the gold rip continues. AEM. I love this stock. I even like the symbol AEM. It's got a rest. I like for it to be about right here. And then the gold rotation, the rest a little bit, and then break above the 200 moving average and go across. Yeah, AEM. I've always been a good AEM trader. I like the symbol. What works. It's not because I like the symbol. After the trade, pardon, I'm a little cold. After the close, I'll post it. Okay. I'll leave it there, guys. Listen, any more information right now would be, I don't know, or Gaps going higher. Gap stores. That's why I'm in some. Look at Gap stores. You know what? Everybody wanted to buy it, including myself. Through down here. Now it's ripping on a Gap. 7. I'm in J-Win. Are you over 14 yet? J-Win. Look at all the offers. I have a lot of J-Win. What was the high today? 14.25. Did I sell some? J1, here's my settings. How about this position in J1? We'll be a man. 40,000 J1 from 1427. It's a big position for Mike V. Yesterday was 1372, but I'm going with the rest of the retail. I know it's heavily shorted. I made a nice trade in Kohl's. Not going to lie, I'm out of it. It should still be in it. Kohl's went from 18, even Macy's popped. So J1 naturally. Okay, what else is going up? So J1, I'm in. JD. What else are we looking at from yesterday? Keep an eye on GDX. Visa reported, these type of stocks. I'll report, GE, all these stocks that report that have resumption or day delays. I'll finish it here. You know what I mean? The stocks that reported yesterday, see if where they're basing on pivots. If they do, Verizon has a lot of nice move with volume, a little extended, maybe a pullback. A stock like Coca-Cola, same thing. Nobody wanted it. Actually had earnings yesterday, probably taking out yesterday's high. A stock like General Motors. Oh no. GE shrugged it off. Minnesota Mining acting very well, bull flag after went from 90. We talked about it yesterday, from 85 from 85 to 96 or 94 was yesterday. Now it's flagging a little bit. 3M, is it over? I don't know. I wouldn't want to be shorted. I mean, you had your chance, right? The Bears had their chance, unless the economy, very likely, does something, I don't want to even say binary, maybe predictable. Maybe it goes back to lows, but I think the lows are in there. A spot RTX, another one. Spotify. How was that? I wanted to fade that a touch. That was a good fade, but Spotify still looking okay. So you know what I mean? There's a lot of stocks that have earnings to play with. A lot of stocks that are having earnings today and going forward. So I'm short term. I'm smashing and grabbing. I like some entries on some things. I did take a long-term position in LUV. Ooh, wait a minute too. There I have 6,000. Did I sell some? I think I sold some. No, I'm in LUV. I did take a long position in LUV in the fund as well here. Calls going out to March. Somebody said enough is enough. I saw March calls going out March. So you know what? It's one of those stocks that it was so suppressed as Delta was acting. Look at Delta. You can look at the mid-June. Delta was the high in mid-June. Actually, you know what? I guess it did act that well. It wasn't that bad, but the other airlines were acting much better. So I took a position in LUV. The calls are going out till March. Does it test 22.5 or 20? Maybe. I don't think by next March I'll really worry about it. It is positioned. It's not like I'm going to go. I'm buying the airlines across the board. I am taking a position. I'm trying to diversify at this point with good quality companies that I think are on sale at this point. I'll leave it there. So I went from short term to long term to long term to short term. I took a position in LUV. There. What am I going to do in a financial? If I want to take a position in financial, there's the JP Morgan daily. Okay. Kissing up against the 200, much like Apple did to a degree. There's the weekly on JP Morgan held. I might think about JP Morgan here at 140. It could go to 135. It could go to 130. I won't take a lot of it. US Bank. Let's look at the big daddy. Goldman. Oh, my God. Morgan Stanley. No, look at Morgan Stanley. The only thing I would think about, I wouldn't even think it. JP Morgan would only think if I think I don't even know if I do JP Morgan. I might wait till 130. It looks like the rest of these financials, I don't think they're going anywhere. Morgan Stanley. And they were buying puts. Yes, coach, I know they got you out of Citibank, but it is on the high now, reversing a little bit. So any questions, we'll leave it there. Mike V, going to be doing a lot more research, a lot more, these times during lunch now are more of, I'm studying more. I don't want to get caught in something with these big positions that might bring down the market, or these other ones like Meta or Amazon, and not knowing what I bought. I'm being dramatic. I know what I have, but I'm readjusting. And what the VIX is still, where it is. The VIX is not suppressed anymore. It's arguable, but it's elevated enough to where your losses usually get a lot worse if you hold them. Will even get worse from there. Trust me on that one. Just be prudent, as they say, keep powder dry. I never used that term until like a year ago after trading for over a quarter century. So, it's keeping in there, right? We're here to guide you long, short term, wherever it may be. That's what our goal is on TradeGATEHub. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So we appreciate you being in there. You're not only as good as your last trade, a ton of ideas to come here. So thanks for tuning in. Cheers.